let's move on. Next topic. It's Jesus.
Yeah, so let's tone it down a little bit.
That was a fun topic.
We need to be relevant. That last topic was the least relevant. It's relevant to no one.
What fun topic do you have for us now?
It's the least fun thing in the world.
No way.
Yep. It's called traffic.
Oh, wow.
No, I know it sucks as a topic, but it's worth discussing. Do you deal with a lot of traffic? Because you're traveling to Hamilton.
I try to avoid as best as possible. So like I'll not book client visits till like 9:30, so I'm not on the road till 9, so I've missed a lot of rush hour. I'll take the 407 whenever possible. So if you're going to talk about tolls, I have a lot to say about it.
Yeah. Do you take a lot of traffic?
I drive a lot. Like I pretty much work 9 to 5. I do drive. Like I go out to see clients. But I mean, that's during the 9 to 5 hours, so I don't really hit too much traffic. The odd time, but yeah, I get traffic sometimes coming home from work, or if I'm ending a session in Brampton at like 4 or 5 o'clock. Gotta take the 410, 403.
410's the worst.
410 North has to be. You want to talk? That has to be the worst traffic. Yeah. Even the
on ramp,
the on ramp from the 401 or whatever. I wouldn't go home.
Yeah, like the 410 is the worst. Yeah. But the 401 can be and is bad.
Yeah, it is bad.
The Gardiner is bad. Oh, the Gardiner doesn't faze me too much. DVP bugs me.
So the mayor of Toronto is going to be proposing.
No, proposed.
Oh, it is proposed?
Yeah, he announced. So today, the reason I'm bringing it up, because it's relevant, John Tory, the mayor, discussed bringing tolls into the DVP and the Gardiner specifically. A $2 toll. The details are still being discussed. Like it could be $2 a day, like, and then you use it all day. It could be
kilometer based,
or like, well, because the Gardiner and the DVP both are not very large, so it'd be like the whole toll. You get in and you can go up and down the DVP. Like it'd be a round trip, like one trip south and one trip north, or one trip north, one trip south. That's it for $2. And $2 was the magic number, and they were figuring they can generate about $200 million a year off these tolls. $2 a toll, and using it. And the big reason for the tolls is not just to generate money for the sake of it, because they need to fix the traffic problem. So the idea is that with the money, one, it's going to discourage some, not all, but some people from using the DVP, thus alleviating congestion. And two is then invest that money into a better transit system, which will then again alleviate congestion, and then again invest that money in a better transit system. I don't know, wider road, extra lanes, whatever they have in planned. So, are you in favor of tolls?
I'm in favor of them, but only if it reduces congestion, which I don't think is the primary goal, and I don't think it's going to achieve very much. Even if you get 10% of people to be discouraged from spending $2 a day, I don't think that's going to help at all. I'm still for it.
Because $2 is that magic number that you'll be like, whatever, I gotta take it.
Like when I pay to go on the 407, I expect smooth sailing, beginning to end, not a lick.
And that's
traffic.
not always the case, but it's usually the case.
I've never seen traffic on the 407.
I have,
but the 407 is like a different toll system. Like that's an actual deterrent. Like
yeah, and the way they do it is kind of smart / I mean, if you were to take it right now at 8 p.m. on a Thursday, it's nothing to get from here to across the city, no problem. But if you were to do that same route at 8 a.m. on a Monday,
it is busy.
It's busy, and the cost is way higher, so it's time based.
If I put myself in Vanessa's shoes, though, I hate it because A, she's using it every single day. B, I don't think it's going to help. So it's just going to be an extra expense out of our pockets. Hopefully her work may cover it. They cover a lot of her.
But the thing is, you're thinking about, you got to think long term too, because the 407 is a private highway. Some dude's like, I'll build it, but I'm charging, and it's like my money, right? This is like we're charging, but the government's charging, and the idea is that money is going to get reinvested into the city in a way or another. So not just alleviating congestion, but it's, again, making, maybe, I don't know what the solution is. So that's kind of what I want to talk about either. It's like if you were told right now, like, you know, you guys live in Mississauga right now, whatever. But if you had to somehow fix the traffic problem in the GTA, how would you go about doing it? What are some possible solutions you could even imagine? Like underground highways, like a tunnel.
Those would take 40 years to build, and I'll be dead. That's my issue with it. Is I don't. I mean,
But I don't think 40 years. I mean, 10. I'd say 10. 10 years.
I like the things they're doing in China or Japan or wherever it is. Those buses that go on top of the roads. Have you seen those?
No.
Yeah, it gets all like the buses off the roads and stuff. But
So it's actually like on rails, and cars, like the bus is elevated, and cars drive under it.
So you guys, I mean, how often do you take public transit?
Never.
zero, not anymore. Like
When you guys were in Toronto, you a bit more,
Yeah,
right? I
daily.
mean, I remember we would use it
daily.
to go. But
I
no,
would take like to go to in college. I was taking an hour and a half commute with the bus and the subway all the way to Scarborough.
That's Vanessa's commute.
daily,
Pretty much, yeah.
one way or both.
Both-ish. An hour there, an hour and 15, 20 back.
Gross.
I always
But my
thought-
thing is like, so we're going back to public transit. You don't use it, and that's fine. We did use it a little bit, obviously, when we were younger, going out at night on weekends. Is there any level of improvement that would make you want to use it more? Like if there was
Use what public transportation?
yeah,
In Toronto.
like in the GTA, like even like
I
a
just
subway
hate-
line that
okay,
extended
what
all
I
the way
hate
to
about public
Mississauga.
transportation, I feel like in Toronto it's semi-reliant, like pretty reliant. Like, you know, if you're at a bus stop, there's going to be one between like 5 and 8 minutes. And if it's rush hour, even faster than that probably. I get anxiety. I've never taken public transportation in like Mississauga or Brampton. I get anxiety watching people stand at the bus stop like Mississauga, like fucking 9th line somewhere. Like, who knows when that bus is coming? Like, who knows when you're getting on that bus? Like, and if you've missed it, it's probably 45 minutes. Like, that would have to be the first thing. Like, if I'm going to take the bus or public, like I live in Mississauga now.
Yeah, but I mean, maybe it is reliable. You just don't know it. Like I know I think it's more remote spots, but I'm sure they have an app or something. And I don't know. I'm just saying. But like,
Sure.
TTC has an app that tells you exactly.
Okay, I could plug into that way, but is it still coming around every 8 minutes, 5 minutes? I feel like
no,
it's not.
it's probably not. It's probably coming out of it 15, 20, or maybe more. But if you have an app telling you exactly when it's coming, then you can just
Plan around that.
plan
But they
around
keep
it.
jacking up the price. Like, TTC wants to raise the
Yeah, another
fares
10
again.
cents.
If I had to drive in the heart of downtown Toronto at 8 in the morning with my car, and I know it's going to take me, let's say, an hour, how much time is public transport saving me?
You were dying there a second ago.
How much is it saving me? How much time?
But
Public transportation?
half.
Yeah.
Like Vanessa, like she said, an hour and a bit to get downtown. If right now it's not convenient, but if they were maybe a little further south in Mississauga or whatever, Go Transit. I know a lot of people take Go Transit.
There's a station right by my house.
Well, I know a lot of people take Go Transit and they swear by it. They say it's awesome. They jump
Pricey,
on.
but it's
They jump on. It's relatively reliable, and it takes them right into the heart of Toronto. And from there, they can just
we
get around.
we can get from Port Credit, GO train to Exhibition in half hour, not even.
yeah.
I think. So it's
When you factor in, okay, I would say fuel, whatever, depends. Unless you're driving a giant truck, fuel is almost negligible, but the time and then parking as well, because you factor in having to pay for parking. Like for example, I'm going to the ACC on Tuesday, and it's just like that's one massive factor there. It's like driving the problem isn't there. Yeah, you're dealing with traffic. You leave a little earlier, but then you're paying $25 for parking.
I think if I worked downtown and lived where you lived, I'd probably be taking it. I feel like I would.
if you work downtown, lived
Where
he
he
lives.
lives, I think I would.
And
I
there's
just feel like
there's a
coming
GO
from Mississauga,
station.
I got to transfer off GOs and this and that.
But see, there's right where William lives. There's that GO station, and they have that specifically have that Pearson Express, Up Express, which is this goes from Union Station. There's 2 stops in between, and then straight to Pearson Airport. One of the stops in between happens to be right at Lawrence and Weston, where William lives, and I've taken that a few times, and it's fantastic. Just it's like a bullet, and it just within like I have no idea, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, you're boom at Union Station.
I always had an idea to overhaul the Gardiner, and it's probably like a huge engineering feat, and I don't even know
For
if
the
it's
record,
possible.
they're looking at spending $33 billion. That's like
For $33
what
billion,
they
I
need-
think
what
I
they
think you
need.
could do my idea.
okay.
My idea was to build a second Gardiner on top of the existing one, but have no exits. Like it basically took you from like maybe it had like 2 major exits. Like there was a Mississauga exit, a Bay Street exit, and then like a car lot exit. So it's basically like an express version of the Gardiner. I don't know if that would help or not, but I always thought you'd have half the traffic up there and half traffic down here, and it would help. But I don't know if that's a great
Could
idea.
you imagine the day there's an accident?
On the top one.
You're not getting off, like, ever.
Oh yeah, for sure. Right.
Like,
Yeah. Or even emergency services are not getting to you.
Yeah, I didn't think about any of those things.
No. But I have, and sometimes maybe it's just me, and I'll admit it's me. I get like weird driving like on high bridges. I drove from here all the way to South Beach one year, Miami, and there's these ridiculous massive bridges that you drive on, and you're high up, and you're like looking down, like you're driving, you're looking down. I get kind of this like not vertical because I'm not afraid of heights, but like this weird like.
It wouldn't be that much.
it was like that in when I went to Vancouver last year, or whatever. Like you're just driving up a mountain, and it's like, and it's not like, you're literally on the, only one car can fit by. It's a road, but it's like, it's like just on the other side of that cliff is nothing. It's just your death.
Yeah.
And it's just like,
You ever driven a PEI?
New Brunswick, not PI.
It's a bridge that goes from Nova Scotia PEI or New Brunswick to PEI.
yeah, isn't it the longest something bridge?
But it's
or-
like you're in the middle of the ocean, pretty much.
Yeah, see, I
it's
don't know
really
how
cool.
I feel about that. I don't know how I feel about that.
I went on it when it was like maybe just a year or two after it was built. It was really cool.
So that's how I feel like that second double decker. See, I'm more about a tunnel. I'm more of a tunnel guy.
Digging takes time.
Digging takes time. You're right, but I feel like if done properly, it's like less intrusive too. Like if I don't know.
There's just the problem with, like, you brought this up as a potential topic, and funny enough, that person called me earlier. I don't know who they are. I'll see what they want. When was today? So it took me 27 minutes to drive less than 10 kilometers on 9th line. I was coming from Oakville, pretty much from like almost the QEW, like upper middle road to here, like 27 minutes.
I think that's upper middle road is the actual name of
Yeah.
the
I
road.
think I said
Oakville.
2-4.
Isn't it an exit on the
Yeah.
401?
Yeah.
And so that's because it's one lane. 9th line is one lane. But like that's the thing. It's like the city doesn't adapt fast enough. Like because a few years ago or 10, 15 years ago, even now it's like on certain parts of 9 it's just farm.
Yeah.
There's nothing there, and it's just this one lane road. But now all this shit's built up. It's like the city doesn't adapt fast enough to the traffic. So I'd say like either just pump more money, just keep making things 2, 3, 4, 10 lanes. I don't give a shit.
But that's the thing, though. To be able to get that money, you need to make money, right? So that's the whole discussion about this.
Misspending. We need Rob Ford back.
Well, even he was saying like efficiencies aren't going to solve this problem. Like efficiencies might earn an extra 10 million, but when you need 33 billion, efficiencies aren't the solution
Too
to
many
this
people.
problem.
That's the thing too.
I need to stop building condos.
So we like,
Because
are we going like Trump here? Are we going full Trump?
Yeah, like
Like limit immigration.
Dwight Schrute on the show The Office. He's like, we just need like a good plague, just like just a good maybe quarter to 50% of the population.
Yeah, cancer's been doing its job for.
That's not a plague though. I need like a quick wipeout. Like you can last a long time on cancer. So
Yes, cancer.
tumor or something. He's still kicking. So something like that. Because even yesterday I was at Weston and Finch. It was like 3:30. And it was like gross. Like I don't go around. Weston and Finch.
That's because that's your hood, man. You grew up there.
Weston and Finch is gross in general.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta show you this picture.
Topic's so controversial.
I gotta show you this picture later. But and
I'm
I was,
excited for this photo.
I was in a lawyer's office to help my brother out with some paperwork.
He's always in trouble. That
Yeah, they want to deport him.
see, that's the solution to the traffic problem. Deport Lucas.
Deport Lucas.
We could lose a Lucas if we.
So, anyways, so much traffic because they're building up those new condos. It's
Yeah.
just like that part used to not necessarily be like a traffic.
No.
But it's gross now. Like just to turn.
But
left
everything is gross, man. Everything. Today I had to drive from North York all the way. I got off at the Markham exit off the 401, like way at the other end of the 401,
Yeah.
Markham Street, and it was like an hour, right? Just because it was a little gloomy and rainy, it just
Yeah.
people
forget.
driving.
Or like when you turn the clocks back and it's like suddenly dark at 5 o'clock.
That's a whole different topic.
No one drive. This is a lawyer's office at Weston and Finch. This is a waiting room. This is the one my brother picked. This
Jamie,
is
put that photo up here for people to see.
So the traffic was gross. The law offices at Winston and Finch
Are gross.
are nasty. I'd take a picture, but
So, anyways, going back, let's full circle here. Consensus is we're okay with spending tolls, right? And I mean, DVP and Gardiner.
even when I lived in Toronto, I used the DVT.
Okay, so
like
that's
twice a year.
Going back, so that was the start.
That's the whole part of Toronto I don't mess with.
401. That's the heart and blood of this city. I truly believe that 401
think they
is
need
what
to make
makes the city run.
I think the price needs to be so expensive. We're driving on the highways a luxury.
Like more than the 407, or just match the 407.
More
407 is pretty luxury based. Again, because it's time
I want
based.
people off my 401 and off my
I
Gardiner.
literally have driven on the 401, I think, once. That's it. Or
Your life?
407, sorry.
I'm trying
How
to.
do you get around if you don't drive on the
I
401?
don't leave my house.
I was trying to quantify what I would pay.
407.
What I would pay. I feel like I'd pay like
So,
$300 a month or something.
Like, I will
so
avoid-
some people, the average is like $10 a day.
Yeah, so 300.
$10 a day is what the 407 costs some people when they go kind of cross
They're
city
using it every day.
going to work at like 8 a.m. 8:30 like rush hour and coming home at like 5, right? So those are peak times and the prices of the tolls and going across the city, right, from one end to the other.
You know what it
$10
is?
a day.
You know what it is? It's because
And that's plus a transponder fee.
you know what it is? Because I know there is an alternative, which is the 401, which is free. I will sit in that traffic. But
See,
I would never.
See, no, here's the thing though. For example, this guy we all know named Vince,
Yeah.
right, works in what I assume to be the farthest place in the world, which is actually closer than what your house is, which is boggles my mind. Georgetown, right? Whenever I go visit him, I usually go around like noon. I take the 401. 401, get off at Winston Churchill, go up, go visit him in Georgetown.
You know my house is like right there.
I know, that's what I'm saying. You live too far.
How's Georgetown closer then?
It's not. It is a little closer. It's an exit closer off the 401.
No, you're getting off at Winston Churchill to come to my house.
Yeah, but then I go past it. Okay, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Right? But normally when I'm like, I bring my car in for maintenance, it's normally done because we have lunch, whatever. It's like 2, 3 o'clock. I check my Google Maps. 401, hour. 407, 36 minutes.
100% 407.
You know what I mean? And it's going to cost me, one way, it's going to cost me $5.
I think 8 minutes is my.
Not even
threshold.
$5. It's going to cost me like, let's say $5. It should be under $5. One way, my time is worth something. It's not worth a lot.
And so it's just how you view it. Like for me, those 25 or so minutes, not worth, because then it's a slippery slope. You do it once, you're like, oh,
That's
shit.
what I don't take it there.
You do it once, and then you just start
One way.
justifying it
No,
all
but
the
one
time.
way. Like one way.
Yeah, but I mean, like every time you like are gonna hit some traffic. Like if I forget to turn off tolls on my GPS and I realize it's taking me to the 407, I will like swerve. Like I will just be like, fuck it.
I'll take it one step further. My threshold's more like 8 to 10 minutes, and I always compare 401 to 407. And if I can save 10 minutes taking the 407, I absolutely will.
And see, for me, my money is more
Where's your
valuable
threshold?
than my time.
Well, he didn't do 25 minutes, so like I don't know what else you could do.
It would have to be. It
Like
would
an
have
hour
It would have
difference?
to be maybe like around an hour, 45 minutes to an hour. You know, because whatever it's
No, so
conjunction.
money's time, man. Or time is money.
Not even like
Fuck
time.
off! I know exactly what you're gonna do when you go home. Nothing.
And that's exactly it though.
You're
But
gonna do
I
nothing. I'm gonna do nothing.
but I treasure the ability to do nothing in my house instead of in a car. I value that. I value coming home and being able to like lay on my couch and lay on my bed or just hang out with whoever.
Yeah, the
and
faster I
just-
get out of my car, the better.
I guess for me it's just it's the whatever that XY chart, time, value, money.
Yeah, obviously
For me,
there's a thing that sooner or later you will accept the 407,
Yes.
but it's just like
But
your cut off is
even
high.
25 minutes, definitely not 8 or 10 minutes, but even for
25 minutes is, but it's not even 25 minutes
it would
more.
add up. It would add up if it was like if you're talking about then maybe both ways, maybe, but if it's just like a one-way trip, like coming home from Georgetown and it's to save 25 minutes, like, nah.
But the thing is too is like if you told me like there's some way like you have to just wait 25 minutes. Canadian Tire, wait 25 minutes
And the
and
traffic
then
will
go.
cut, yeah.
Or pay $5
Then
and you
go.
can leave now.
I would wait, but it's that's exactly it. Or pay $5 and leave now. I would wait in Canadian Tire, or I would wait in my car in the parking lot.
But it's
the
I think you feel like you're contradicting.
No,
yourself.
I think you're defeating your own argument.
No, it's the sitting in traffic that also is part of the
Canadian
turn.
traffic blows.
Do you know what I mean? Like the stop and go.
Okay, what if you had to stand still in Canadian Tire? You couldn't go look around or anything.
And you
just
swap
had-
bodies.
You had a
With
little
Vince.
portable radio on you to imitate being in a car.
The point was, I could even be in my car. Like if I say, okay, stay in the parking lot of Canadian Tire for 25 more minutes.
You're contradicting yourself.
No, because you got to consider the car as well. I mean, this is stretching. I'll admit it's stretching. But like wear and tear on your car, the braking and going, the environment. There's a whole
Oh,
bunch
fuck
of
that. I know a great mechanic.
yeah, but these are all
You just fix that
factors.
problem by going to Vince at Georgetown. Now you can drive all you want.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think the issue is you don't have enough good podcasts to listen to keep your drive busy, which you can find us on Google Play and iTunes everywhere. Like,
All right.
subscribe, share. Anyways,
Let's
ladies
all pay
and gentlemen,
tolls. Tolls are coming. Accept them.
hopefully not.